Fargo.
Welcome in, everybody, to the Ice Center at the Promenade here in Westminster, Colorado. I'm Drew Galliard. Thank you so much, Brendan, for that introduction here as we're getting ready for day 2 of the Big Mountain BMHC Classic, the first one for Metro State as they take on Cal-Berkeley as good team coming out of California here, Brendan. And also want to throw this out there, great to have you behind the mic for once. Everybody, if you don't know, once again, I'm Drew Galliard. Alongside me tonight, as my color commentator, Brendan Price, the owner and operator of Price Productions, who provides all the broadcast equipment. And how's it feel to get back on the headset there, Brendan?
You know, I'm going to be honest, Drew. You know when they say it's like riding a bicycle again for the first time in forever? It's absolutely not like that. It's going to take some adjusting, certainly. But no, thrilled to be on the headset with you tonight. And to your point, Drew, these are two very good teams. Don't let the Metro State record fool you. I know you've got the 4-18-2 clip, but talking with the Metro State coaching staff before the game, they really mentioned they feel like this is a very winnable game for them. The flip side is we talk about how good Cal-Berkeley is. They made it to their conference championship game last year. They were almost undefeated a year ago, and right now, Drew, they have something that nobody else in the Western region has right now. That's a win over Weber State. Cal beat Weber State in Ogden before Christmas, so this is going to shape up to be a fun night at the prom.
Absolutely, and I want to touch one more time, like you said, on the record of Metro State. They had a lot of ups and downs going into the season, and I touched on this prior to the long road trip that we had, not a single home game in December. A lot of tough things and adversity happening before the season even started. You had a couple of scrimmage games between CU's I think it was their D2 or D1 team, and it got to the point where head coach Brady Reynolds for Metro was just tired of watching his boys get hurt. You start the season hurt, you start the season down your number one goal scorer in Jackson Tillinghast. He's back now, which is awesome. But you start shorthanded, you get off to a slow start, trying to pick it up, trying to win some games. They were 0-10 through the first 2 months of the season, won a couple games in November, split one in 1-1 in New Mexico in December, and currently 1-1 in the month of January. So look at their record. It's very unlike Brady Reynolds' squad to have this record. However, all that matters here is this weekend and then your conference games that are coming up. Then you head into the BMHC playoffs, and anything can happen.
Yeah, and that's, in many ways, that's been the beauty of the BMHC conference playoffs, especially over the last couple of years, is just getting there. It's all you got to do is win maybe 3 games in 3 days, maybe 2 in 2. So it's definitely attainable for Metro State to wind up with another conference championship.
Absolutely. And once again, you get into the playoffs, like you said, anything can happen here as we're getting ready for the starting lineups and the national anthem here. Let's go ahead and get you those starting lineups. We'll start with the University Cal-Berkeley first. We're going to have the forwards first. Kodai Mizuno starting at forward. Mark Reyna at center. Tyson Storr bringing up the right wing. Trent Teruya back on defense. Sean Delim, and in between the net, Aiden Como for Cal-Berkeley. On the other side of things, for Metro State, apologies in advance. Some jersey manufacturing issues. We have some players not wearing the usual numbers, so once again, I'm going to try and keep everybody up to speed on this. But starting tonight for Metro State, of course, you're going to have your big guns out first. You got TJ McLeod, Jackson Tillinghast, and Mason Labuglio on forward. Following that up with Braden Piper, your number one defenseman, as well as Jaden Tomlin, the 6'2", 180 junior out of Broomfield, starting back on deep. And in between the net, Patrick Loeffler, he started most of the games so far this year. 59 goals allowed in 16 games played. He's got a 3.11 1-1 record, but a 3.83 GAA and a .907 save percentage. Again, not terrible for a goalie that's had that many starts.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it comes down to is you get to this level, this point in the season, Drew, and your goaltenders are workhorses. And sometimes you have to throw those numbers right out the window and look and go, can this guy across 60 minutes steal me goals and steal me games? And that, at the end of the day, is what matters.
Absolutely, and he has done just that. We saw him early on in the season. Metro losing tough games, but Loeffler standing on his head. And you can't ask for more than that from your goaltenders, an opportunity to keep yourselves in the game. Just want to touch on last year's BMHC Classic. Metro 2-2 last year. Tillinghast played very well last year. And Metro, again, looking at stepping up and trying to get some points here. Also want to touch on some other data here. As everybody probably saw following our social media accounts, Jackson Tillinghast was selected to the ACHA Men 2 Selects team, where he got to travel to Europe and represent Team USA. He just got back from that trip to Europe, and we're going to have a conversation with him tomorrow pregame, so make sure you guys tune in for that. But what a great opportunity for your #1 guy to get an opportunity like that and go overseas.
I mean, it's a huge honor, and now the trick is going to be coming back and getting your overseas legs back and getting ready for tonight's matchup with Cal.
Absolutely. We're going to get the national anthem here. We will be right back on Price Productions. Back in, everybody, to the Ice Center at the Promenade here in Westminster, Colorado. I'm Drew Galliard. Alongside me here tonight is Brendan Price. Your name is on the company, and I almost flubbed that. On camera here tonight, we got Claire Kostelnick running the camera and social media for Price Productions. Also want to give a shout out to the Metro State media team as well. Digital media manager Brandy Rose, and photography and media, we got Lexi Burns, Jaylee Kennedy, and Jake Kendall Perry for the Roadrunners. We're about ready to get the puck drop here for Metro, their first game of this weekend, 4 straight, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And this first one coming against a tough Cal team coming in ranked number 8. That is out in California, different teams that you play, but still a very good hockey club for the Golden Bears.
Well, and I think one of the challenges you may see for teams, especially out of the Pac-8 and the West Coast Hockey Conference, is you see a little bit more stylistic mismatch, a little bit of difference on the style side. You're used to playing some heavy physical teams, you're used to playing some fast teams, and that may help Cal on this weekend because this is a Metro State team, as you know, Drew, that can do a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. Puck is dropped here. Metro skating right to left, wearing their home white candy cane striped jerseys. They're brand new ones from this year. They look great. Cal responds, all blue and gold, all business for the Golden Bears here. As got a good crowd coming in already here as the puck rolls in on Loeffler. We'll get our first whistle. 1936 here in the first period of play. Again, Metro's first game of the weekend here. And Brendan, they got a tough schedule as they're taking on some really good teams after the Bears here tonight. You've got the Northeastern Huskies coming in tomorrow, GCU on Sunday, and finishing off the weekend against UMass Amherst. And those are 4 really good hockey clubs.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the whole purpose of the weekend, right? That's why you bring everybody together. That's the point. And I think for Metro State, the caveat's going to be you have to get off to a good start.
Absolutely. And that's been a thing for Metro all season, is trying to start hot. You've got players that can do that. Again, we mentioned Jackson Tillinghast, just got back from Europe. But you also have Matt Clift, Braden Piper. You've got so much talent. TJ McLeod, your captain. As another shot on net goes just wide. Rebound. What a save by Loeffler. With 19:04 left to go in the first. Flush in the leather there for the Tendy.
Well, and that's what Patrick Loeffler can do, right? He can step up on that first effort, get the job done. And I think one of the things you like about that particular sequence there is that knew that bounce was coming off the boards, was ready to take it, and knocked out the rebound.
Face-off won by Metro and able to clear it as the Bears take another shot. We'll get another whistle here for Loeffler. Getting a lot of action here just a minute and 8 seconds into this game. Face-off's going to be the left side of Loeffler. Teruya wins the face-off for the Bears. Goebel sends it around the far side. Taking back the other way, Tillinghast was there for it, just went a little too far. As McLeod picks it up in his own defensive zone, backing over the blue line down the left side up to Tillinghast. Dodges a check, puck bounces back to McLeod. McLeod puts a shot on, goes way wide. As they travel back out to the neutral zone, we got a delayed penalty coming up actually. I think it's for that slash there on Tillinghast. So an early power play opportunity for the Roadrunners here. And as you mentioned, Brendan, a good chance for the Roadrunners to start hot.
Well, and this is exactly what you want if you're Metro State, right? You're playing 90 seconds in. It really, Drew, is your first foray into the offensive zone. Tillinghast, your workhorse on the wing, draws the penalty, and now Metro State will get an opportunity to really space the O-zone out and get a good look on the man advantage.
Face-off is going to be the right side of the goaltender there for Cal. One by Metro. Tillinghast, top of the point. Shot, tip goes wide. Up the far side boards, kept in along the side by Matt Clift. Clift, top of the right circle. Tillinghast, top point. McLeod, near circle, looking. Puts it in low, slides across the crease. Up to Clift. He'll send it in deep. Zach Jensen dodges a check. Another man goes down, no call. Clift, Tillinghast, top of the point, looking, shot, rebound comes free. Still loose offside of the cage, and what a save. Oh my goodness, good opportunity there for Metro, but Como, just able to find and get a hold on it.
Well, and that's what Metro State wants to do there. They want to put traffic in front, create a chance on the rebound. It's never about the first shot.
And that's where they have succeeded all season long, is picking up those extra bounces as well as looking for your top guys. And we can get some stats here in just a moment from this season so far. But Metro still minute 15 on the power play. Right side to the middle. Shot, they scored! Hank Cash in the slot, puts it top shelf. Roadrunners up 1-0.
Well, and here we are, Drew Gallagher, talking about the second look. And all it takes is Hank Cash getting between the circles. He puts one top cheese and puts Metro State on top 1-0. And you can't get a better start of your Brady Reynolds, who's already 1-0 today behind the bench.
Oh, yeah, I heard we'll get to that in just a minute, but he had a fun activity earlier today. Hank Cash, the 6'0 freshman out of Breckenridge, Colorado, gets on the board here at a big hit up along the penalty boxes. And talking to you a little bit about stats, we'll get there in just a moment. Driving in on net, kicked away, rebound comes out. What a save by Loeffler! Sliding across and catching that rebound. That's going to be Cash's 5th goal of the season. He's got 12 points so far in 25 games played. Good to see him get on the score sheet. This Metro team is, what I've noticed, and I mentioned this earlier in the season, especially with players like Matt Clift, able to just be everywhere all at once. And takes a special type of player to be able to do that. Puck in the offensive zone here for Metro, still kept in. Shot kicked far, looked offside, but able to get a shot on goal there. Another good hit in front of the Bears bench. And a good little shoulder check there by Gorsuch. In behind the net, Roadrunners with it, back to Gorsuch. Near side circle. So Cash did get credit for that goal. And assisted by Tillinghast and Clift, as if we didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can check that one off the bingo card at home. And that's, I believe that's career point 101 for Matt Clift.
That is correct. And again, a really good two-way player. He's listed as a forward, but I've seen him play defense just as much this season. Again, with the injuries that Coach Reynolds has had behind the bench, making adjustments. There's a little fluttering pass attempt, got knocked away by McLeod, and it's sent in deep. And so once again, that goal was Cash from Tillinghast and Matt Clift.
I think the key here now for the Roadrunners, you have the early lead. You cannot let off the gas and get complacent, especially in your own end. This is the Berkeley team that they can score in bunches.
Speaking of which, McLeod again on that forecheck, comes away with it. Far circle, looking, shot, he scores! Right on cue, the captain, TJ McLeod, roofs it. Same exact spot, 2-0 Metro State.
Hello, top corner. How do you do? A snipe from the right wing circle for the Roadrunner captain. That, Drew Galliard, is a goal scorer's goal. And Brady Reynolds said it before the game today. This is a very winnable game, he thought, especially if they came out strong. How about double dipping inside of 5 minutes?
And again, you had just mentioned that. A great start is going to be huge for this Roadrunner squad. And you kind of had a feeling that was coming a few moments earlier as Tillinghast, centering feed, kicked away. Before that, McLeod had an opportunity on a block shot or a blocked pass to try and take it in deep. Got a second chance at it, and make no mistake, he's going to score from there probably 99.9% of the time. Metro still with it in the offensive zone. A lot of pressure here. Top point, looking, shot, tip just goes wide. 2-0 in favor of the Roadrunners here. Shots are tied up at 4 apiece. Up to the neutral zone, little cross-ice feed, looking for Tillinghast, too far. He's going to chase it back in the defensive zone, picked up by Goebel. Goebel sends it up to near side to Lee. Up to Collins. Collins tries to send it deep. It's taken away by the Roadrunners now. Back in behind the net, right of Loeffler, up the near side boards. A little bit of a foot race up here. Coming across the neutral zone. A little dump and change action here as Preston Tafoya getting off the ice. Puck along the near side boards here. And we're playing in the green rink today, and actually the entire weekend here for the BMHC Classic as a shot kicked away there by Loeffler.
And I was talking about that with the coaching staff before the game, and they said as a player you prefer it because on the blue rink, the outside of the walls, it's all concrete.
Yes.
There's no give over there. So when you get pelted into the boards, it hurts a lot more.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
No.
I played out here a few times, and for that exact reason, I did enjoy playing on the green rink here. There's another chance shot and a save there by Como. But yeah, this rink, ice-wise and boards-wise, way more forgiving. Blue rink, a little bit more spacious, I would say, but also not a bad thing. Again, we have a really good crowd from both teams here tonight. A lot of people made the trip from out of state for all these teams.
And that's, again, I think one of the other things I really love about this event year in and year out is not only do you get teams that don't normally come out here, but, man, folks travel, and they travel well. That was true with both Utah and Utah State here earlier. Weber State and UMass over on the blue rink. A little bit of an emergency game over there. They both have very sizable cheering sections. It's just good to see. That's what you want, right? All the support.
And good for both of those teams as well. You live in Colorado, you know how windy it's been the last couple days. And the Greeley Ice House actually lost power, so they had to emergency shift those games down here. So again, good on the BMHC having a contingency plan, as well as the Ice Center having that open rink just in case. And glad they were able to get their game in as well. And I was going to bring up, we're talking about the promenade here. It is a joint project between the Highland Hills Park and Rec District in the city of Westminster. And it's one of only a few triple ice sheet facilities in the entire country of North America, which is insane. It's got a 140,000 square foot facility, 6,000 square foot bar and grill, and a capacity of 1,600 people. It's a great, great place to play and come watch a game. An opportunity now for Cal back the other way. Here comes Mizuno. Mizuno trying to tip it in front. Nobody there. Assistant captain for this Cal squad. Paddle save there. As Kodai Mizuno, the 5'9" forward from Yokohama, Japan, playing out there for Cal. Heck of a player as well. Up the far side boards, Tillinghast trying to get to it. He does. Here comes McLeod, 2-on-2 now. McLeod, left-handed shot, near circle, drops it off Tillinghast. Gets around his man, side of the cage, back to McLeod. Far circle, top of the point. Drops it back off again to McLeod. He'll take it to the top of the point. Send it in, goes off a body, bouncing in front, still loose. Picked up again, Tillinghast. Side of the cage, on his backhand, little spin around pass, near side to Foya. Trying to fight off his man in the corner there. Back to McLeod. Looking up the boards to Henry Waldorf, the new addition for this Metro State squad. He'll send it in deep. Chased after there by Ethan Rose. Rose gets checked along the near board, sent up a not out. Still tied up, finally taken away there by Cal. Coming down the near side is Collins. Collins takes a big check from Cooper Peterson. It's bouncing puck, top of the point, right circle, shot, paddle save, they score. I don't know if that got tipped, but it definitely hit Loeffler's paddle. He might not have been able to get all of it, but we now have a 2-1 hockey game as Trent Taruya headed through the handshake line first. I think he's going to get credit on that tip.
Yeah, and you were spot on there. Loeffler got a piece of it with his goaltending stick. Didn't get enough of it to keep it out. He slowed the puck down, but it skitters behind him and into the back of the net. And now, this is a big goal for Cal early on. The Golden Bears went down 2-0. Metro State had really controlled the tempo and the pace. They were able to set up their forecheck, really make life difficult for Cal in their own defensive zone. And now we'll see if that gives the Bears a little bit of life here in the second half, or approaching the second half of the first period.
Well, their first couple minutes of this game, they were out shooting Metro 4-0.
Yep.
Before Metro 4 straight shots, including that first goal. We mentioned it earlier here in the pregame. This Cal team is a really, really good team.
Yes, they are.
And playing against them is not going to be easy. And get off to a 2-0 lead here for Metro. Got to keep your foot on the gas. So we approach the halfway point here in this first period of play. Down the near side goes Burbank. He's checked into the boards there by Colton Gorsuch. Up the far side, Brendan Baker trying to get to it. Finally cleared out, taken away by Mantuani. And fans, want to remind everybody as well, this game is here on YouTube. Feel free to comment, questions, concerns, or if I'm totally butchering names, I'd love to know that as well, too. So if there's any Cal fans out there, please don't be afraid to let us know. I want to make this as enjoyable as possible for this whole weekend for all of these teams that are coming from out of state.
Give us the business. That's what he's saying, folks.
Well, keep in mind you direct the company, so I'll run the complaints up the ladder.
Yeah, well, that's exactly true. We'll talk to corporate.
McLeod, another good shot. Tillinghast on the rebound. And top of the point. Again, Piper makes a move. Centering feed, backhand knocked away. Good look there by McLeod. Up the far side, McLeod again. Dropped off.
Great stick there from Cal. That was going to be a free pass to the top of the zone. Good work in your own end. Cal's been a little more aggressive on the forecheck after they got their first tally.
Absolutely. Tillinghast shot in the glove save there by Como. And we'll get a whistle here. Shots on goal, 2-1 in favor of Metro State. Trying to wait for any assists on that last goal. Face off to the left side of Como. Won by Metro. Tied up alongside the boards in front of the Cal bench. Going to get knocked out to the near side here. Still tied up. Bears are doing a great job up along the boards, though, as well, tying up bodies. Piper flubs on the pass. Good job keeping with it. He picks it up, looking near side, sticked away by the captain of this Bears squad, number 18, Tyson Storr, the 5'10" forward from El Segundo, California. Puck coming in on net, going down the far side with some speed. Here comes Rose, right circle, shot and a glove saved by Como. Will get a whistle.
And I think the other thing, Drew, that Cal has done a good job with some of those board battles you talk about, they haven't overcommitted either. They've been very disciplined. They've sent one guy after the puck. Their support guy hasn't gotten sucked into that board battle.
Yep.
And what that's allowed Cal to do is when they win that board battle, they have the breakout available. And that's what this team wants to do. They want to go north to south, and they want to do it quickly.
Absolutely. Face-off won by Metro, tied up again along that far side corner. And a good hit there behind the net. Picked up by the Bears. One-touch pass stolen away Top of the point by Tafoya. He'll send it in deep. Como comes out to play it. Send it up the far side. Tafoya gets a stick on there. Tries to drop it off, looking for Zach Jensen. Nobody there. Hauled down to the corner. No call. As Cal picks it up. Again, just trying to get it out of their own zone here, and they finally do a 2-on-1 now the other way. Right circle, centering feed, tipped away. Good defense there by Metro. Sin up, gets through him, and Cash. Does he have the legs to get there? He does. Fire, shot, and a kick save. Good look there by Cash. Another cross-ice feed. Tried to get stolen away. He was just out of the reach there of Henry Waldorf. Again, we want to welcome him in. It's only his third game here for Metro State, looking for his first point as well. Puck flutters out to the neutral zone. Kicked in. Sent back in behind the net. Far side corner. Poked away. Still in the circle. One-touch pass. Shot. Kicked away. Now some bodies here for Metro. Good back check there by Cal. Pass goes a little too far. Sends it in deep. Looking for Tillinghast. Cloud couldn't get on it. Knocked around the back of the net. Jason Lee with it now for Cal. Tillinghast again, putting it on net. Still counts the shot on goal.
You get the sense, Drew, as that one's up and out of play, you get the sense that the two teams kind of yo-yoed through a 4-minute stretch to start the game where they hit the gas pedal hard. And now we've kind of settled into more of a feel-it-out middle portion of this first period. Again, these two teams haven't played this year, and the YouTube tape can only go so far.
That's a good way. That's a good point. And, you know, it's a 2-1 game. Started off hot for Metro. As you mentioned, kind of Cal's trying to control the tempo right now. And I got to say, they're doing a really good job of it so far after letting up those 2 early goals here. But the Roadrunners trying to keep the pressure on, and I think they're doing a great job on their forecheck as well. Cal's just answering the call here. As Braden Piper in his own defensive zone sends it up off the boards. A 2-on-1 now for Metro. Tipped up, backdoor, looking, shot knocked away. Good defensive play there by Brian Lee for Cal. And that 2-on-1 opportunity, 2-on-2 back the other way now. Piper with a good hit there on Connor Canis. And here comes Metro the other way. Cut into the middle. Stick on it. Right circle. Shot from a bad angle. Kicked away. Back up. Here comes Canis. Canis in a foot race now. He's not going to get there. Loose puck, though. Shot and a glove saved by Loeffler. Nice pass. Over to Jensen. Looking. Shot. Kick save. Excuse me, that was Cooper Peterson on that last shot. I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed as well from Como, giving up a lot of rebounds, Brendan.
He is, and he's done I would say, a 50-50 job thus far of being able to direct them. Look out.
As Cal with a breakaway now. Look good. Poke check. As Kodai Mizuno, one of the top goal scorers for Cal, had it all alone. Loeffler up to the task as the puck rolls in on Como. Picked up, Cash, looking in front, tip, save. Good look there by Matt Clift, and we'll get a whistle.
I didn't know Dominic Hasek was in goal tonight for the Roadrunners with that poke check, Drew.
Boy, that was a gnarly poke check, too. But again, you got a player coming at you with the skill and speed of Kodai Mizuno. You got to make a decision, make it quick, and Loeffler, I think, read it very well. Claire, our wonderful camera person, agrees. Face off right side of Como. Won by Metro. Picked up at the near side by Cal. It's going to go all the way down. We'll see if it's going to be an icing. Nope, they wave it off. As Tafoya leaves it for Tillinghast. Tillinghast again, just got to go to Europe, represent Team USA. Loeffler, cross-ice feed, goes away. Here comes Tillinghast again. Up the near side, McLeod. McLeod, ton of speed, looking, cross-ice feed. And Labuglio couldn't get to it. Opportunity, shot, kick, save. And that was the good look there by Waldorf. Again, looking for his first point as a Roadrunner. Far side corner, Tillinghast. Gets his pocket pick, staying with it though. Comes free, picked up, Labuglio. Looking, back door, just out of the reach of McLeod. One-time shot, rebound comes right out to the middle and taken away by Cal now. Off that far side, they're going to send it in deep. 4 minutes left to go here in this first period of play. Shot 17-7 in favor of Metro State. Or 18-7, excuse me. Poked up out of the reach there, Cooper Peterson. Gets to it again, comes free. Stolen away there by Burbank. Drops it off, looking for Fazio. Far side, Dolin. He gets tied up in that corner. Puck comes free, taken by Tafoya. Up the near side, kept in though. Jabalko lost a handle on it, now back the other way for Metro. Peterson, he's going to send it deep. He's got Ethan Rose up that far side. Rose gets his pocket pick. Peterson's there, able to steal it away. Tries to send it deep, goes off a body now. And here comes Cal the other way. Jabalko looking. Cross-ice feed, knocked away. Up the far side, Fazio takes a hit. Puck flutters up to the neutral zone here as we approach the 3-minute mark. Fans also want to invite you to stick around here for the first intermission report. Get you the highlights from the first period here. A lot of goals, a lot of good hits. Another chance, shot, tip just goes wide. And situations like that on the other side of the break. Comes free, Piper, top of the point, shot, save, and gets kicked wide. Jensen with it now. Jensen, centering feed, Cliff, shot, kick save again. Picked up, top of the point. Tired Bears out there. Side of the cage, Cliff, shot, shoulder save. Into the near side corner, 2.5 to go. That one's going to go all the way down. And not going to be an icing, though, so Cal dodges the bullet, able to get their tired guys off. Here with 2:20 left to go. Hank Cash, nice little move there in the neutral zone. Send it up, good look to Tillinghast. Tillinghast, right side, looking to the middle. Shot, we got a penalty coming up, though, on Cal. And Metro looking to go back on the power play here with 2:08 left to go.
Hey, speed thrills and speed kills. Jackson Tillinghast gets the outside edge, cuts back to the middle, draws the hooking penalty, and Metro State's going to go back to the power play. They're already 1 for 1 tonight, Drew, and I want to take a moment to thank one of the sponsors for the Big Mountain Hockey Classic, New York Life, your future built with confidence. Financial decisions are easier with a partner by your side. Visit us at newyorklife.com.
Cliff, far side circle, knocked away. Thanks again to New York Life. As puck rattles all the way down here. Minute 55 left to go in the first period. Minute 47 on the power play. So Metro, not in a really big rush here. One-touch pass, stayed on side. Great job by Metro. I think that was Matt Clift. Clift to Tillinghast, top of the point. Almost got it stolen away. Here comes Cal now with an opportunity. And the pass just a little too far outside of Collins' wheelhouse. And now Metro, they get back the other way. Cash, right circle. Little saucer pass, too far though. Picked up by Clift. Minute 25, here comes Tillinghast with room near circle. Takes it on his backhand in behind the net. Centering feed, it's still loose, knocked away by Cash. And couldn't get to it. Puck flutters out neutral zone again. Tillinghast carries it his own defensive zone. Almost got his pocket pick there. Minute left to go here in this first period of play. There's the 1-minute warning here. Power play 2 unit out now for Brady Reynolds' squad. Metro with it. Top of the point. Waldorf tries to send it into the middle. A couple players collide there with Peterson. And Waldorf couldn't get to it. And 35 seconds left to go. Also forgot to mention the assistant coaches earlier as well for this Metro State team. Zach Schwink, Rob Barbin, and Jake Larson. Great coaching staff for this Roadrunners squad. And Devin Cox, the head coach for Cal. 15 seconds left to go. Loeffler comes out to play it. Send it behind his own net. Tomlin up to neutral zone. 10 seconds left. Stolen away. And that's probably going to take us to the intermission. It does. So power play so far. Cal, no opportunities there in that first period of play. And Brendan, shots right now 24-7 after one period of play. What do you make of Metro's start here so far?
I mean, you can't ask for a better 20 minutes. You convert on the power play. You've made the Cal goal mouth essentially a shooting gallery, your local county fair. You're on pace for almost 70 shots. And really, the question, I think, is going to be for Brady Reynolds and company, how do you sustain this, especially going into the period of the long change? You don't want to let off the gas. You got to come out with the same pep in your step in period number 2.
Absolutely, and that power play there at the end, while they didn't score, getting opportunities, you're tiring out a team that came from sea level, and I know that gets harped on a lot about Colorado teams, and you can relate to this coming from sea level when you moved here. It's tough. It's not easy, and the more you wear these teams down, the better, and it does make a difference. And you also saw back on the other side of things, Coach Reynolds having a little pep talk there with some of the boys at the blue line, at the bench there. Jaden Tomlin was discussing something with him going into the second period. So a lot of stuff that you did right in that first period. I can't really complain too much about Metro's play. And Cal, again, came out hot, got a little sluggish, got one back. And honestly, both teams have looked great here in the opening 20.
And, to that end, I think this is about where you should be sitting on the scoreboard after 20 minutes. And now the question is going to be going into the dressing room, who makes adjustments, who acts on the adjustments, and let's see what we get in period number 2.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll bring you that first intermission report here from the Ice Center of the Promenade after one period of play. Roadrunners with a 2-1 lead on the Cal Golden Bears. We'll be right back here on Price Productions. Sorry about the late start here. My producer's doing producing things. You know, owns the company and everything. He's got stuff to do. But welcome into the Ice Center, the Promenade here in Westminster, Colorado. After one period of play, 2-1 in favor of the Metro State Roadrunners. Get you those highlights here from the opening 20 minutes of play. Things started hot for Cal as they had 4 straight shots on net before Metro turns around and got 4 of their own, scoring on their 5th shot on goal of the season, or of the game, excuse me. Hank Cash getting on the board. That's his 5th goal of this season, assisted by Jackson Tillinghast and Matt Clift on the power play to put the Roadrunners up 1-0. Following that up, TJ McLeod stealing the puck away, able to find the same exact spot, top glove side, to make it 2-0 in favor of Metro State. And then turning around the other side, an opportunity and a good goal there by number 21, Trent Teruya from Redlands, California, for the Golden Bears to make it a 2-1 hockey game. Shots right now 24-7 in favor of Metro as they're trying to get this BMHC Classic off to a good start against a very good Cal Golden Bears team. And again, a couple other things I want to touch on here. We haven't had a home game since November, and lots happened since then. As we mentioned, Jackson Tillinghast got to travel to Europe and represent Team USA for the ACHA M2 Selects team, which super awesome opportunity. Congratulations to him as well. Also want to shout out forward Matt Clift. Scored a goal at Utah State. That was his 100th career ACHA point, joining TJ McLeod, the captain, as the 2nd Roadrunner on this year's squad to hit that milestone. So congratulations to Matt and TJ as well. Also want to welcome in, we mentioned his name a couple times to start the game off as well, Henry Waldorf, the brand new forward, for this Roadrunner squad. The 5'11 freshman from Breckenridge, Colorado, played at Summit High School in Shasta. Only his 3rd game so far this season. Still looking for his first point. So we're rooting for him to do that here as well. Takes you through really quick in the world of professional sports. Really the only one that matters. The Avalanche in action tonight. They're at home against the Nashville Predators. Tied up at 2 after 1 period of play, Brock Nelson, both goals there for the Avs. Ryan O'Reilly, both goals for the Nashville Predators. Only other game going on right now, Tampa Bay and St. Louis tied up at 2 after 2 periods of play. Hurricanes, 6 goals in the 3rd, all over the Florida Panthers, 9-1 out in Raleigh. And the Red Wings over the San Jose Sharks, 4-2 up in Detroit. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get you 2nd period action from the Ice Center here. Roadrunners, Golden Bears, right here on Price Productions.
Hydrodig, the premier hydrovac and cathodic protection service provider, servicing the western states since 2009. Don't just dig, Hydrodig.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Ice Center at the Promenade here in Westminster, Colorado, as Metro State with a 2-1 lead over the Cal Golden Bears. After one period of play, the second period here, brought to you by Brought to Reality BTR, honoring the life and legacy of one of our own, Nick Bales. Nick created an apparel brand called BTR as a way of combating the challenges of mental health awareness, including anxiety, depression, and suicide prevention. Will and Maria Bales, mom and dad of Nick, turned BTR into a foundation, and through December 2025 have provided over 2,084 counseling sessions and contributed over $176,000 to help those who cannot afford it, with over 170 plus student athlete seasons representing BTR. Let's not lose one more individual. Visit www.broughttoreality.com. Again, that's www.broughttoreality.com. And Brendan, what a great foundation, what a great organization. And I want to say personally thank you to Will and Maria Bales for what you do. Mental health awareness month, as well as around the world of professional sports, and especially in the NHL. And just a great foundation. We really, really appreciate you, Will and Maria, and thank you, everybody, for what you do. And if you donate or recognize Mental Health Awareness Month, I just want to say personally here on the broadcast, means a lot to me. And someone who struggles with anxiety and depression, I'll admit that openly. It's an important month to raise some awareness and to really make people know that they're not alone, and we're all in this together. We're all on the same team.
And the other thing, too, about this weekend, Drew, is Will and Maria Bales, Brought to Reality. They speak with every team once per weekend that comes out here to the Big Mountain Classic. And so players get to learn more about the foundation. We've seen more of the green BTR ribbons on guys' helmets over the last couple of years, especially. They're a huge partner with the conference. So we want to make sure that we highlight them and all their efforts.
Absolutely. And another thing, too, I saw coming up here next weekend, and we can talk more about this in the broadcast next week, DU is also recognizing cancer awareness. So a lot of really good things happening around the state of Colorado, and especially here in college hockey, bringing awareness to very important issues. And I apologize to all of our listeners. We're kind of off the tangent of hockey here really quick. But it's important to me, and it's very important to spread that awareness and make people know. We may be on different colleges, different teams, different colors on the ice. We're all in this together, and it's a very important thing. So thank you for everybody for indulging me as I go off on that tangent here. As we're going to face off to the right side of Como, won by Metro. Another quick shot goes low and wide. Metro State, 2 goals in that first period of play. One from Hank Cash, one from TJ McLeod. As puck stolen away here by Metro, in on net. And Como is going to cover it up. We'll get a whistle here for the Golden Bears.
Drew, I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You are.
Metro had a power play at the end of the first period, did they not?
Yes, they did.
Did they use all of it?
Yeah, they ran it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you, Claire.
Thank you. Sorry, color commentator losing his marbles out here. Great save by Como there.
Backhand shot kicked away. The math-wise worked out. There was like 4 or 5 seconds left on the power play. I think they just ran it.
Okay.
And quite honestly, that might have been what Coach Reynolds was talking to his boys about on the bench. Like, hey, let's just run it, not worry about it. I think it was less than 5 seconds, was it? Not, it was like 3 seconds.
Okay,
yeah.
that makes me feel moderately better. Not significantly, but moderately.
No worries. Yeah, Metro 1 for 2 on the power play here so far. As a face-off win, kicked away. McLeod, another shot, kicked back in behind the net. Number 1 unit out for Brady Reynolds' squad here. Head coach of Metro State. As a shot on net goes wide.
Moonlighted as the Utah State coach in the game before this.
That's what we were alluding to. He had to step in and take over for Utah State here. So he's definitely exhausted. Talked to him a little bit before the game.
He's cold, too.
He's definitely cold. This green rink is way colder for sure. Speaking of Coach Reynolds, his third season as the Metro State head coach. He's a Colorado native, played in Fort Collins, played juniors in the NORPAC League, and also played here at Metro State in 15 and 16. And get this, only the whoa, what a save there by Homo. Holy cow. Assistant coach for this Roadrunners squad from 2018 to 2020. Got hired on. He's already the winningest coach in program history for Metro State.
You know, he might also say it like this. Has it only been 3 years? It really does feel like he has been the head honcho for far longer than that. And I mean,
absolutely.
Even as an assistant, one of the things that I think, and Brady talked about this a little bit during one of the games earlier, is that he's been so adaptive as a coach. You know, one of the things he mentioned was with this group in particular, you know, Metro State in years past has really had a focus on being big, being rugged, being physical. And he said, you know, every year you get to nationals, those teams aren't around. Those teams aren't winning games.
Yep.
And so he's really looked over the last season or two, and he said, how do we shift the identity of the program to really get guys that can play 200 feet and have size, have speed, and have skill? And you wound up with, you know, a top line that's got Tillinghost and McLeod on it. Good save there by Como again. He has been busy.
Mm-hmm. Well, and talk to him a little bit before the season started as well. You lost guys. You lost your Tanner Calderolas.
Yep.
You lost your Soren Bredesons. You lost your all-star in between the pipes. Essentially, I don't want to call this a rebuilding year by the stretch of any, because, again, they're not rebuilding. They're still a good team. They've just had some bad luck to start this season off. But you do keep Tillinghast and McLeod and Matt Clift and not Soren Bredesen, Zach Jensen. You can go up and down this roster all you want. You know, and Coach Reynolds, he's doing what he can with what he's got right now. As Cal with an opportunity here in the offensive zone, fanned on the shot, side of the cage, kicked away. And picked up here by the Bears, centering feed knocked away. Reyna with it, near side boards, top of the point, looking. Reyna picks it back up, looking back to his defenseman, just a little too far. It's gonna go out to the neutral zone and flip in. And picked up in that far side corner there. As Metro, back the other way. Cash, centering feed, Clift with it. Shot, fluttering puck, taken away now.
The thing that makes Matt Clift so deadly, especially in real estate like that, he's got such a quick release.
Yes.
The puck is not on his stick very long, and it makes, I think, what's a decent skill set into something highly more potent.
Yeah, absolutely. And my favorite moment so far this year was before the long break. I was talking about Clift as an opportunity now. Labuglio with it, looking, shot in a glove, save, and a whistle here. And excuse me, that was Bryce Margolis. I was talking about Clift and how great of a two-way player he was. Went down the length of the ice and made me look good. He scored goals. So Clift is one of those players that, again, I mentioned in the pregame, I've watched him play forward and defense this season. He is the true example of a two-way player on the ice. Face off to the left side of Como. Shots are 28-7 now, 29-7 in favor of the Roadrunners.
I have Cal at 9. Maybe I'm a little bit more benevolent and generous up here, but I think Cal's got more than 7 shots. Not much more, but
they've had some a lot of shot opportunities that were blocked in front. Metro's doing a great job. Face off one. Little clapper shot tip just goes wide. Good look by Margolis.
That's the third outstanding look he's had on this shift.
Back the other way, 2-on-1. Fazio shot and a good block. And another good block there. Preston Tafoya using the body. Looking for a hit there by Margolis. Kept in the offensive zone. Knocked and stolen away. Back out to the neutral zone. Fazio with it. He'll flip it back up, playing a game of pong here. Outside the blue line, taking back the other way. Back low, lost a handle on it, goes all the way down. Como comes out to play it, chased after there by Teruya. A good hit in the near side on Teruya there by Bryce Margolis. He's been buzzing that last shift and deserves a break after that one. And a big hit right in front of us here at the neutral zone. And that's going to be Trent Teruya on the hit. And Ethan Rose a little slow to get up, but he's able to.
A little fortunate it wasn't interference. The puck was in the neighborhood, but that could have been a penalty there.
Yeah, and Trent Uria went back to the bench, and as he was heading back, you just heard a few chirps coming from Metro's bench. I don't want to name any names, Braden Piper, but, you know.
Yeah, no, not at all.
No. Don't name any names at all there, Pipes. But, I mean, good on your teammates standing up for you. Take a big hit like that. Could have been interference. I'll be honest with you. I didn't see where the puck was. So I will defer to those a lot smarter than me down on the ice about that one.
That's why we're up here getting the little bucks.
I don't know. You're the one paying me, so.
You know, I plead the fifth.
Take it back in the other way. Here comes Cal. Nahavandi knocked off the puck. Comes in on Loeffler. And
that could draw a crowd.
Got some extracurriculars there. Nahavandi went to the net hard. And Cooper Peterson standing up for himself. We're going to see what happens here.
This has offsetting 2-minute minors written all over it.
Yeah, and they're still having some conversations on the way to the box.
I'm sure they're just talking about where everyone's going to get their post-game meal from.
Yeah, me too. Looks like the penalty is going to be Arya Nahavandi, the 5'8" forward from San Diego, California.
Hey, a little 619 representing.
And Cooper Peterson's going to get one as well. He's the the sophomore forward from Breckenridge.
I suppose I shouldn't assume, being from San Diego, he's a 619 area code. Could be 858. Could be 760. We really don't know.
Oh man, the 858 area code. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Shout out San Diego goals.
Ooh, that's what I'm saying.
Well, have you seen that challenge going around on social media? It's like post yourself from 2016,
no,
yada yada.
Absolutely not. I've seen it, but I'm not doing it.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is 10 years ago from now, you and I were both in San Diego at the same time.
We just didn't know that.
We just didn't know that. You know how crazy that is? As we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey. It's a shot by Cal, knocked away.
Man, I've lost count of the number of shots that the Roadrunners have blocked tonight. I mean, that's part of the reason why you see that lopsided shot count.
Now back the other way. Here comes Labuglio. Has a man, got a trailer in front, backhand. They score! What a play by Metro State. Labuglio waiting. And TJ McLeod gets his second of the night.
Well, right man, right place, right time. TJ McLeod screaming down the near wing. All he had to do was put the stick out, get a piece of the redirection. Labuglio, he couldn't have plated that any better in Hell's Kitchen. It's 3-1 Roadrunners.
And you saw that coming. Labuglio using his speed, and he had a trailer as well. I didn't see who was coming down, but you had a trailer coming towards the neutral zone. Labuglio had to have seen something happen with McLeod driving the net, got the inside position, and able to tip it home. It's a 3-1 lead now in favor of the Roadrunners. We're going to try and try to figure out any assists here other than Labuglio.
I think that should be the only one. I mean, it depends on how generous they want to be.
There was a pass to Labuglio from the defensive zone.
Okay.
So I would assume
better eyes than I.
Well, you say that. You haven't seen my contact prescription. Taken away the neutral zone by Cal. Near side circle, making a move. Good defensive play by Jaden Tomlin. And now back the other way. Matt Clift had a lane. Tomlin couldn't get it off, though. Clift, he'll send it in deep. As we had a little malfunction there on the PA system.
Yeah, it's the third game of the day for those guys down there.
Fair. Jensen with it. Clift, backhand shot. A save there by Como. Far side corner, tipped up off the boards. Now back the other way. Here come the Bears 2-on-2 now. Reyna, left hand shot. See if we can get those assists for you here.
And there's Waldorf's first point.
There's Wally's first. Congratulations to you, Henry Waldorf, your first point as a Metro State Roadrunner in your third game. Congratulations. And you had a feeling it was coming here tonight. 3-1 in favor of the Roadrunners. Still playing 4-on-4 hockey for another 15 seconds. As Tillinghast tries to put on a sharp angle shot. Back up to the point. Piper with it. Low shot. Blocker save, or excuse me, glove save. Dropped and left there for O'Dowd. O'Dowd trying to get a handle on it. Good forecheck there by Hank Cash.
That was an ambitious shot from Tillinghast. How did that stay in play?
Split the uprights there. Now the other way, here comes Cal. Havati looking, shot, and it goes wide. As Lucas Fung ran out of real estate. Good job by Loeffler on that one. Turnaround shot, save, and kicked away by Piper. Boy, Loeffler's defense coming in clutch there on the rebounds. Braden Piper. The big man, 6'6" forward. He's a senior from Parker, Colorado, 240, 6'6", 240. He's a unit.
That's a good way of putting it.
That's the only way I could think of how to do it. And apologies, I said forward. He is obviously back on D here tonight. Centering feed, poked away, comes loose. Another shot trickles just wide.
Man, Margolis is having himself a second period.
Got a lot of energy going there from Bryce, 6'2" junior from Superior. Piper looking to put a hit on, and good job there by Canis to get out of the way. Loeffler able to grab it with the paddle and get a whistle here. 11:16 left to go.
Well, the Big Mountain Classic wants to thank the Colorado Media School, an American private institution that instructs students in all areas of the broadcast media industry, a comprehensive hands-on program where students are trained by broadcast media professionals currently working in the field.
Brendan, I'm going to piggyback off that as well and get some shout out to some of the sponsors here for Metro State: Optimex Sports, Game Ready Fitness, Ryan House, Bocce Beer and Brats, and of course, Price Productions. As puck goes all the way down, it's going to be an icing, as Ethan Rose disagreed with that one, but
clearly these two teams didn't watch the Botno DU game last night. We had a 6-minute stretch in the first period, no whistles.
Oh,
we upped our total in the second period, 7 minutes and 45 seconds with no whistles.
Wow.
And then 5 minutes in the third period without a whistle. And then DU kept scoring, which stopped the game a fair bit.
Was that your 8:30 puck drop last night?
9:15 puck drop. We got the Joyburn special at DU last night as the Pioneers, the conference so far 2-0, as DU thumped Dakota College 7-1, and then CU ran away from Botno 5-2 today.
I saw that.
And obviously Metro State in action here, and then Bowling Green taking on Colorado State. That game is up at Epic Ice Arena, and you can, stream hop a little bit if you want. We've got that one on Price Productions as well. Sean Rosenberger and the Bowling Green's broadcaster Dan Ridnour on color tonight. Oh,
hey,
hello.
There it is.
Hey, a souvenir. I've only had this headphone splitter for, it's what, 8:19? I've had this for 8 hours, guys. Come on now.
I'm pretty sure you could send your invoice to University of Cal-Berkeley.
You know the irony being is before I left the store today, the very kind gentleman at Guitar Center said, "Do you want the 2-year warranty?" And I said, "Absolutely." He said it covers the cost of breakage and spills and all that fun jazz. And I said, "Well, how much is the warranty, Scott?" And he goes, "Well, it's $14. And I went, "Well, that seems like a really good deal," and it almost paid off.
Well, it's still working, it looks like, so we're good there.
Yeah, we're rocking and rolling up here.
The last time I was up here as well, I had a puck fly up. I actually caught it. Made me feel really good. Haven't had something like that happen since baseball.
We almost, the first game today here at the Promenade, Utah and Providence, I was over doing PA to help out Brady. And I almost took a puck in the coconut over there.
Well,
it's a heat-seeking missile tonight.
I mean, for you, there's not much up there anyway, so.
Hey, it's going to do a limited amount of damage. We know.
Loeffler coming out. I can't wait for the summer to do some baseball with you, Brendan. That's going to be a blast. As we get another whistle here on the other side of the halfway point of this one, 9:56 left to go, and we're going to get a whistle here.
Sell, buy, trade, and win. You may never outgrow your favorite sports, but you may outgrow your equipment. Your locally owned Play It Again Sports provides an easy way to sell your quality used sports and fitness gear and get paid on the spot or trade up for what you need now. Visit us at 13075 West Alameda Parkway in Lakewood.
We got a penalty coming up here on Cal. It's going to go on Tyson Storr, the forward from El Segundo. So third power play opportunity here for Metro State. And I want to say it was too many men on the ice, but I missed the hand signal.
It was either that or a delay of game for putting the puck out of play.
That could be it too. Also have to call out our camera gal, Claire Kostelnick here. We're going to give this puck to a kid. Can't have it, Claire.
What do you mean? If those things are expensive, I'm sure Brady will invoice us for that.
I've got a whole bag full if you want. Power play, third one of the night here for Metro State. It's Clift with some room. He'll pump the brakes, take it to the near side. Up to Tillinghast, top of the point. Tillinghast shot, glove save. Good tracking there by Como. And some more extracurriculars here. And had a helmet ripped off at Zach Jensen. He's going to have to go to the bench now.
And all the consternation, lost his bucket. And yeah, to that end, he's going to have to head to the bench, which will hurt because on the power play, he's such a good net front presence for the Roadrunners.
Well, and what I like too about Zach's game here, he's a sophomore forward, 5'7", 155 from Thornton, played in the EHL in Vermont.
That's a good program out there too.
And they're letting him stay out, which is great. So the Metro doesn't have to worry about that. Face off to the left of Como. TJ McLeod lining up for it. Tied up one. Tillinghast, top of the point, far side. He's looking for Hank Cash off of his skates. Sent up and all the way down, bouncing puck under Tillinghast's stick. 1:25 left on the power play here for Metro State. As Tillinghast using that speed up far side to McLeod. McLeod with a lane. He's going to wrap it around the net. Left-handed shot. Top of the point. Tillinghast shot and a kick save. Losing his balance here. Matt Cliff, right circle. Cliff spins around, looking up to Tillinghast. One touch pass, too far from McLeod. Can he get there? He does. Cash keeps it in. Cash between the legs. Pass there to Tillinghast. Up the far boards. Tillinghast looking, finding a lane. Shot and a glove save. There by Como. Get another whistle here. 53 seconds left on this power play.
The thing that you see on the Metro State power play, and this is what makes them so hard to defend against, they are constantly circling the perimeter. They want to reverse the field. They want to try and create an opportunity where, as the defending team, you overcommit and they can get down low, get on the outside of the circle, and get a rink-wide pass for a free backdoor look at the net.
And that's what this line does so well here. As the power play 2 line comes out now for Brady Reynolds' squad. Top of the point, Tomlin. He was looking for Waldorf, lost a handle on it. Sends it in deep. There's Zach Jensen again.
Yep, there you go. They want to go around and out. Good save by Tomlin there.
I think that was Waldorf there, actually, Brennan, up top of the point.
Oh, you're right.
As puck knocked up against the near side. And that's a good point you made as well with this power play 2 unit especially. He's wrapping that puck around, and another good save there by Waldorf.
Great effort.
Knocked it in. Tomlin sends it deep. Oh, behind the back action there. Unable to get there. Waldorf looking for his first goal. Fans on it. Takes a big hit. That was a good shot there by Brendan Baker. As the power play comes to a close here. And that was Brandhorst, not Zach Jensen, as I mentioned earlier. And now back the other way. Here come the Bears. Send it in deep.
And for as much as Metro has dominated large swaths of the action, you see the shot count on your screen at home. It's a 3-1 advantage. It's a 2-goal game, the most dangerous lead you can have. And Cal's really, they're one push, one shot away from getting right back into the game.
Absolutely. Still a lot of time left to do it. Side of the cage comes free. Knocked away. We got a penalty coming up now on Metro.
Yeah, and it's going to be on Margolis behind the play. Got tied up with a Golden Bear over on the end line. Some exuberant folks also letting Margolis know that he can't do that.
So first power play of the evening for Cal.
It's going to be a really big opportunity for them. We saw them early in the game, Drew. They really rotated through the offensive zone well, 5-on-5. And since that opening 4 minutes, they just really haven't had a lot of opportunity to do that. This is really their best one. And with 7:23 to go in the second, a good chance for them to have this deficit.
Far side circle, looking in front, tip just wide. Try to get you jersey numbers here as I can. Into the net, there was Chabaklo. Top of the point, O'Dowd looking for a lane. O'Dowd sends it in, near circle. Back to O'Dowd, top of the left circle, had a man fall. O'Dowd drops it off. Chabaklo with it, looking, shot, blocked in front, comes free, knocked up and out of the zone there. And great look there by Justin Segal. Here come the Bears. They'll send it in deep. Kept in. O'Dowd, top of the point. Looking for a lane. Far side. Back to O'Dowd. Shot. Kicked away there by Loeffler. Piper gets to it. Sends it up and out. We got a foot race now. Tillinghast able to get there. He does. He's got a man on him into the net. And we're not going to have a trip on that. Back the other way. Here come the Bears. Chabaklo with it. Taking it to the net. Now back the other way again. Tillinghast trying number 2. Tillinghast a little toe drag. And he's gassed.
That's still smart penalty killing, though. He knew he didn't have the legs to maybe accelerate offensively, but what he could do was put the puck deep, burn a few more seconds off the penalty kill.
Absolutely. 25 seconds left to go on said penalty kill. And while we're on that topic here as well, and actually we'll touch on this here in 20 seconds after this power play. Also want to talk about the special teams here for Metro as well. As the puck flitters out, 10 seconds left on the power play for Cal. And the Metro fans counting them down here. In over the blue line, Mizuno with it. Low shot, rebound comes out. Cal 0 for 1 on the power play here. And what I was going to bring up, Brendan, is we have the stats from the season on special teams here. On the power play, and I have a feeling this is going to go up tonight, just with the power play goal for Metro State. Metro last in the BMHC in power play percentage at 22.2%, but then on the flip side, second in penalty killing at 61.4%, only trailing CU in that category. You know what? Again, not the best stats, but it's getting the job done.
And you saw it even on that penalty kill there, Drew. Cal won the offensive zone faceoff to start the power play. They really only had one cycle, one setup in the O zone. It really took a lot of time and a lot of effort for them to re-enter the O zone. Tillinghast had an opportunity shorthanded, and frankly, he had a better opportunity shorthanded than Cal had on the power play, which is never the spot you want to be.
And Jensen getting to it, tying up in there in that far side corner, picked up by Canas.
And all the board battles, I felt like the Golden Bears were winning in the opening 20 minutes. In this middle frame, Metro has really tightened up, and they've won more than their fair share of them, and now they've got numbers.
Oh, good move there by Cliff. He's got a man. A little too far, though. Good hit by Matt Cliff, near side corner. Cliff picks it up, looking in front, tip, wide, save, rebound, shot, post, rebound, score! Matt Cliff cleans up the garbage. It's 4-1 Metro State.
Man, Waldorf was about 2 inches of goalpost away from his first career goal. Matt Cliff, you said it, Drew, cleaned up the garbage on the doorstep, had the presence of mind to know that the first shot didn't go in, pumped in the rebound, and the Roadrunners starting to wind up third gear and pull away from Cal-Berkeley. It's a 3-goal game with 4:15 to go in period number 2.
I'm excited to hear the playback on that one, and I'm watching the replay now here on YouTube, and what a sequence of events. Waldorf off the post, out to Clift, burying it, and another good opportunity there for Metro, 4-1, and boy, they better give Waldorf an assist on that one.
And you know, the thing of it is, that's not a shot on goal because it hit the post.
That's true.
Goaltenders hate that. They want every shot they can get.
Face off won by the Bears. Up the near side into the corner. Good hit. Trickles around behind the net. Goebel with it. Far side. Piper puts a hit on. Or excuse me, that's Cale Hall. Let's see what the call is here. So they did give an assist as well to Pedersen. And Waldorf with his second assist of the night in only his third game here for Metro State. What a night there for the newbie.
Thread the Needle, another sponsor of the Big Mountain Hockey Classic. Your jerseys should match hockey being the best sport in the world. Thread the Needle designs and manufactures custom hockey jerseys with pro-level quality, fast turnaround, and details that matter. Get your jerseys dialed in at www.threadtheneedle.com.
Gonna have to go visit them here. I need some new swag, need some new sweaters here for my beer league team.
It is that season, isn't it?
It is.
It's always that season, though, isn't it?
And I gotta give none of the boys are watching this, but I gotta give a shout out to them as well, as the shot kicked away. I love the team I play on. Our jerseys are hideous.
Hey, you know what?
That's all my wife can tell me is they're just bad. They're bad looking.
That is important feedback. Nobody wants to play if you look like a bum.
I like them. It's maroon and silver, man. That was my high school colors. I'm used to it.
Maroon.
Oh yeah. Back the other way, Cal comes. Blue line, Reyna with it. Looking towards the middle. And we had some whistles in the stands that sounded like referee whistles there for a minute.
Late in the second period, I think for Cal, you cannot. You're in the danger zone, down by 3. Best case scenario, you really need a goal before the break, try and recapture some of that momentum. Yep. But you don't want to give up another one here.
No, absolutely not. This is already a big hole. It's another shot. They score right on cue, Brendan.
Hey, look, sometimes I know what I'm doing over here.
Sometimes Liam Collins, the 6'1" forward from Thousand Oaks, California, making it 4-2 here. 2 minutes left to go in the second period. And Brendan, you just said it. Cal's not done yet.
Hey, you know, that's exactly what you want to see if you're the Golden Bears, is you look and you go, what do we need to do? You get a turnover, and they've had a couple of those opportunities tonight, Drew, and they haven't taken advantage. But right there, you pick your spot, blocker side on Patrick Loeffler, and just like that, game on again here at the Prom.
Now, one thing I want to mention that about the second goal there for Cal as well. Both their goals have come unassisted off of turnovers. So if I'm Metro State, you know, we're playing solid defense here tonight. Got to watch those turnovers and bringing the puck out of your own zone. Because Cal right now, I think, is 2 for 2 on those opportunities. Another shot tipped in and wide. Golden Bears with a little momentum right now.
And, man, you thought one was good. Wouldn't a second just be top of the morning for Cal?
Oh, yeah. And it's poked away out to the neutral zone. Tillinghast with it. Sends it up. TJ McLeod pokes it in deep. Fights off a man there in the corner. Comes free out to the neutral zone. Piper puts a shot on, kicked away. McLeod sends it back in behind the net. Tillinghast with it. Good move by Tillinghast. Coming away with it. Far corner. Tillinghast looking for some help. Brings it up the front side. Turnaround fire shot. Glove save. Picked up again by Cash. Tillinghast. Back to Cash. Through his legs. Top of the point. Braden Piper with it. Shot tipped. Trickles in on net. We'll get a whistle here. 41 seconds left to go. Fans, also want to remind you again, stick around for the second intermission report. Get you updated on all the highlights from the first 2 periods of play. Get you set for the third. And also update you on the Avs game, which is still going on right now just down the street in downtown Denver. And I'm going to go ahead and spoil that right now. Predators with a 3-2 lead late in the second. Ryan O'Reilly with a natural hat trick against his former team.
One of his former teams.
One of his,
yeah.
True. Loose puck, shot, just high and wide. Picked up near point, near board, excuse me. 25 seconds to go. Important for Metro to finish strong here. Jensen lost a handle on it. Clift is there to help. Back to Jensen, or excuse me, that's Hank Cash. Cash on the forecheck. Sin up, just outside the blue line. Fanned on the pass there. Cal picks it up now. Back the other way. 2-on-1 opportunity. Shot high and wide. 5 seconds left to go. Out to the neutral zone. And one more shot on net.
Oh, look out.
One more shot on net there as
That was tipped.
Preston Tafoya trying to help his goaltender out. Almost cost the team there on that one. 4-2 after 2 periods of play.
Hydrodig, the premier.
At the Promenade in Westminster, Colorado. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you that second intermission report right here on Prize Productions.
If you don't know what your values are, how do you make a good decision about your life?
Oh.
Part of the exercise that I do with my clients, because we start out with kind of a card deck with 52 values. First, they have to just select what even stays on the table and what just do you not
Goes away.
care about.
Okay.
Interesting, recognition is one that always gets rejected. They don't claim to value recognition.
Right. What are the
But
top 5?
Family's a big one. Either wealth or money usually ends up in that.
Is that considered
list.
a value?
It is question what you're aiming for in your life and what's important to you to have in life. I do want to have the money that I need to do the things I want and live the life I want. In that sense, wealth or money becomes a value. Community is a fairly common one that comes
Sure.
up with my clients. Who do they relate to in their larger world? A lot of these values overlap. Clients will instead choose relationships and say family and community fit into relationship. For some clients, education is a top value.
Hydrodig, the premier hydrovac and cathodic protection service provider, servicing the western states since 2009. Don't just dig, Hydrodig.
For over 60 years, Long Building Technologies has delivered custom solutions to make commercial buildings more efficient, secure, and cost-effective. Get your building on a power play today. Visit www.long.com.
Thank you for that, Brendan. Welcome in, everybody. Apologies for the short intermission report here. You've been busy being the boss man and getting other streams up and running here. And I've been talking with our amazing media team here for Metro State about more fun stuff coming up this weekend. We have a lot of really cool stuff for the broadcast, so please make sure you tune in the rest of the weekend. We're going to have a conversation with Jackson Tillinghast tomorrow, captain on Monday, or Sunday, excuse me, and then a little surprise on Monday as well. So we'll kind of get into there, so I apologize about the short intermission report, but it's for a good cause. Let's take you really quick through that second period of play, starting things off. TJ McLeod, his second of the night from Mason Labuglio and Henry Waldorf, his first point as a Metro State Roadrunner, making it 3-1. Following that up, a crazy play, Matt Clift, Henry Waldorf, and Cooper Peterson off of some pinball going on, off the post, off a body in the back of the net. It was 4-1, and then there, right as Brendan said, they needed a goal. Cal did get one from Liam Collins, unassisted on a turnover in the defensive zone there for Metro State to make it 4-2. Shots 43-20 in favor of Metro State. Heading into the third, Brendan, what needs to be done for both of these teams?
I think, starting with Metro State, I think what you want to do is get back to what you were succeeding at in the first period, or in the second period rather. Keep winning those board battles and keep being judicious about those odd man opportunities. There have been times where I feel like, Drew, they've had 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s that have been late developing, and they've tried that east to west pass instead of looking for the trailer, or they've gone for the snipe instead of the shot to pad. And you want to generate more opportunities. Como's been fantastic, but he's made 39 saves.
Yeah.
But there have been some rebounds that have been there for the Roadrunners to take advantage if they crash the net on that second lane. And for Cal, I think the key is you've battled back, you've made it a 2-goal game. You can't look at it as a 2-goal game. You really have to start and say, win the first 5 minutes. Come out hard, stay disciplined. And we saw in the second period with Collins' unassisted tally. When you get a turnover, because they will be there, law of averages says it's going to happen. When you get that turnover, can you execute?
Yep.
And that's going to be crucial for the Golden Bears here in this third period.
Oh, absolutely. And if you're the defensive coach here for Metro State, Rob Barvin, you want your team to lock down. Offensively, your coach Brady Reynolds, you want to keep attacking Como there as the rebounds have been going like crazy. Loeffler's playing well in between the net, and both teams, exciting third period here. Also want to answer a question we got here on the YouTube chat from Joshua. This high school, no, this is ACHA M2 hockey. Metro State versus the Cal Golden Bears here in the second day, but first game for Metro State. For the BMHC Classic. That's the Big Mountain Hockey Conference. And college kids, some have played juniors leading into college. It's been a very fun to watch all these players develop coming out of high school as well. But we do have some freshmen as well that just came in from high school. So I appreciate you hopping in the chat.
And I'll tell you this, everybody. The Big Mountain Hockey Classic is the tournament at the Division II level, the second half, well, really all year long. I was talking with the conference commissioner, Charlie Marchese, about this before the tournament.
Opportunity now for McLeod. Just couldn't get there. He's looking for his third. Able to keep it onside. Sorry to interrupt you there, Brendan. In front, tip attempt just goes wide. And now back the other way. Here comes Cal.
And what I was going to say is Charlie Marchese has pointed out that the only thing that keeps this tournament from getting any bigger right now is just resources and ice. Because, boy, let me tell you, the waiting list is out the door and around the block. When it comes to interested parties, there are at least 20 teams that want to play in this tournament. And so really what it comes down to is, can they get the ice, can they get the resources, and can they get the support? Because you look at the standings, and, I mean, you've got over half of the top 15 in the West region at this tournament. UMass is in the top 5 in the Northeast. They're out here this year. And so it's really starting to become something that even teams from outside the West region have wanted to play in, as that wrist shot from the high slot gloved by Loeffler. First shot of the period for Cal there.
And, you know, talking to Charlie, he does a great job.
Yeah.
I love what he's done with this conference. And these events here, not to mention last year, especially with regionals and the playoffs and everything like that, the BMHC playoffs. Another shot. Loeffler couldn't see it, knocked away. A lot goes into it. A lot has to be done. And Charlie does a great job as commissioner. And as you mentioned, what's really preventing it, we got an offside call here. What's really preventing it from growing, like you said, is ice time. Currently, we've talked about this before, Metro State doesn't play in Metro Denver. We're about 15 minutes north on I-25 playing in Westminster. It's close enough, absolutely. You've got the sheets of ice to do it. But, you know, you look at other teams around the state of Colorado. I would say comparable is CSU. They play at Epic Ice Center.
Yep.
It's in Fort Collins. It's not on campus. I would say the only team, probably CU Boulder,
Yeah.
and the University of Northern Colorado, when they were playing, they played at the Greeley Ice House, which is might as well be on UNC's campus.
Yeah.
So a lot of these teams share ice. We have shared spaces.
Yep.
And, you know, CU, they also have played games at the Sports Stable in Superior as well. So you got to take what you can get. But one thing that I love seeing, and I mentioned this earlier, both teams, look at these crowds.
Yeah.
This is great.
It's a full building tonight here. People around the glass. It got probably about 400 or so here in the green rink tonight. Good stick save there from Loeffler.
And so I've, you know, talking with some of the players here for Metro State, they wish they could play closer to Denver, get the students more involved. But, you know, take what you can get. Again, good crowd here tonight. Usually a good crowd for Metro State. And especially here on the green rink, everybody's kind of sandwiched together. So, you know, it's hard to find ice at times. And we mentioned earlier, we had to have a game moved from the ice house down here today.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, there were trees being uprooted in Greeley today.
Yep. Claire's fence fell down. I'll alert the media. The other way
Ouch.
around here.
Ouch.
Okay, now I feel bad. Your dog's outside. Is he okay? Nah, he's all right. We get another whistle here. 16:49 left to go in the third period. And again, apologies. We've been talking a lot more than usual off topic here. It's nice to have a color commentator. It's usually just me up here by myself.
To everybody at home, you're welcome, and I'm sorry. I think that's a double-edged sword for the people. Owed a little bit of both, I think.
That's all right. Happy to have you here, Brendan. And again, personal note, appreciate everything you do and providing the equipment for all of these games, especially for Metro State and the staff as well. We definitely couldn't be doing this without you guys. So appreciate you. Glad to have you on the call here. Claire as well, probably the best camera person that I've worked with. And heck of a social media star as well. She manages the Price Productions social media account, so go over there, give them a follow as well.
She manages the good stuff that shows up on there. That's
fair.
To be fair. I know my lane, and it's very rocky.
Face-off won by Metro to the left of Como. Off a body. Now back up to the neutral zone, or excuse me, top of the point. Piper puts it on, goes high and wide. Chased after there is Cale Hall into his own defensive zone. Hall pumps the brakes, spinorama, looking for McLeod. One-touch pass, Tillinghast sends it up near side circle. It's going to be Labuglio. Lost a handle on it, poked away by Cal. Great defensive play there by Cale Hall. Not getting fooled by the deke attempt. Puck comes loose, picked up. Cal with it. Turnaround shot and a save by Loeffler. Another save by Loeffler. Sharp angle shot. Comes free again. Cal buzzing into the neutral, or excuse me, right in the slot. And shot goes wide.
It's a tough shot on your offhand side. Couldn't really get turned around on that attempt the way you wanted to. I want to take a moment to thank New York Life, one of the sponsors of the Big Mountain Hockey Classic. Your future built with confidence. Financial decisions are easier with a partner by your side. Visit us at www.newyorklife.com.
Also want to give a big shout out, and we've shouted them out as well over the course of this game and as a matter of fact all season. But the media crew here for Metro State that helps me out, Brandy Rose, Lexi Burns, Jaylee Kennedy, and Jake Kendall Perry. what a fantastic job. Social media and the game notes that were made for us. Man, it makes our life a lot easy. So thank you guys so much for that as well. Puck comes in behind the net. Loeffler comes out to play it. Up the near side with some speed. Here comes Margolis. Margolis up the far side looking backdoor. He's looking for Siegel. Comes out to the neutral zone. Sent in deep. Como comes out to play it. In behind the net. Bears with it. They trail by 2. 15 minutes left to go in the third. Shots 45-25 in favor of the Roadrunners. And you know, too, Brendan, is one thing I've noticed as well. It's been a physical game, but not a lot of hitting.
Yeah, I was going to say it's exactly the kind of rugged game. Oh, watch out. Margolis nearly clipped the referee who was in the wrong position there in the corner. No, to your point, it's been a physical, rugged game. Hasn't been a dirty game.
Nope.
Hasn't been a heavy, huge hitting game. It's just been really steady and consistent. And I think this style is really where both of these teams want to be more often than not. Take advantage if they can on the counter and the special teams with some speed. But this is, even if you're down 2 right now, I'm not sure you're upset if you're Cal-Berkeley about where the game is. You don't want this, though. Turnovers in your own end.
And that's the bug that bit Metro State on both the goals for Cal, were turnovers in your own end.
Great move.
Into the zone. Pump the brakes a little bit there. That's Burbank. Lost a handle on it. Far side corner. Comes out top of the point. Shot off a stick. Trickling in slot. Picked up off the near side boards. Up and out to the neutral zone. Goebel with it. He'll send it in deep. Rattles around. Tomlin with it. Up to Cash. Cash puts a stick on it. In the defensive zone there. Teruya picks it up.
And I'd like to see Cal, when they gain the offensive zone, put a few more pucks on Loeffler, especially from the left and right points. They've been really consistent about getting down deep into the offensive zone. But even here from the left wing circle, great save by Loeffler. And that's even you get the better shot there. And that was there on that counterattack. But that hasn't been there most of the night for Cal. Metro State has done a really good job back-checking and taking away those grade A scoring chances. And, I mean, you know, as the old axiom goes, Drew, you can't score if you don't put the puck on net.
Story of my life there. Or in my case, it's you can't score if you don't put the puck on net. You actually have to hit the net first.
Great play.
Opportunity to now come back the other way. Labuglio with some speed. Labuglio to the slot. Shot and a save there by Como. Tried the little flip over the glove side pad. Get a whistle.
And given the juncture where we're at, 13-10 to go, that might be a game saver from Como right there. If Labuglio is able to pop that over the glove, you're staring at a 3-goal deficit. I mean, Cal hasn't been any closer than that 2-1 earlier in the first period.
No.
And so you're starting to get to that point of the game where you may see Cal pick up the forecheck a little bit more. You may see their blue line pinch a little bit more in the offensive zone, because it's not so much that they're running out of time necessarily. They just haven't generated as much 5-on-5 as you'd like to see if you're the Golden Bears.
Absolutely. And again, still a lot of games left to play here this weekend. These two teams haven't met this season.
Yep.
And it's tough. These tournaments are fun, but you play teams that you don't see a lot of. So you have to learn on the fly and really change your game quickly. As Piper picks it up in his own defensive zone here. And stolen away. Right in the slot. Shot save Loeffler. Rebound comes out. And we got a penalty coming up on Metro. It's going to be a slashing call. And
they're
like Cale Hall. No, it's going to be Zach Jensen going.
The giveaway to Collins nearly burned the Roadrunners again. He got the look, got the first shot, and quite frankly, I know you don't love taking penalties, but I think in that instance, that slash probably prevented a goal. I think that Metro State would have been in trouble. Loeffler, it's the first time he's really allowed a rebound that's been that juicy, and Cal had a man on the doorstep to take advantage.
Second power play of the evening here for the Golden Bears. 0 for 1 so far. They trail by 2 with 12:15 left to go here in this final period of play. Top of the point, Burbank, or excuse me, that's number 4, Jason Lee. Lee with it. Top point. Fakes a slap shot. Not biting. Back to Lee. Far circle again. Looking. Shot. Save by Loeffler.
No, that was blocked on the way through. As you can see, trying to get back into the play. 10 and White took that one right in the shins.
Storr back to Lee. Shot goes wide. Bad angle shot. Taken away. Metro. Sent up but not out. What a stick there by Jason Lee. Picked up by Mizuno. Back to Lee. Lee looking for a lane. Nobody there. Drops it off. Mizuno picks it up. Mizuno, the 5'9" forward from Yokohama, Japan. Top of the point. Fazio sends it down low. Storr. Storr back to Fazio. Fazio looking. Back to Storr. Near circle. 53 seconds left on the power play. Looking. Far side. One-timer. Fanned on. Picked up and sent all the way down. And Roadrunners are going to get a change, a well-deserved change.
And it was a pretty passive box on the penalty kill from the Roadrunners.
Sorry, another steal there by TJ McLeod, but he fanned on the pass to Tillinghast.
And now you've got the number 1 PK unit out there, so a little bit of change of scenery, a more aggressive forecheck. You see both McLeod and Tillinghast circling at the top of the kill, making it difficult for Cal to gain entry. And here you just have to dump it in. And Loeffler, I mean, he'll play more pucks than anybody behind the net.
And I love the aggressiveness about that with Loeffler. And yeah, you get burned sometimes with it. His bouncing puck goes wide, but you can also get burned by not getting out and getting the puck anyway. One-touch pass goes through the crease. Top of the point, Collins, far side, full strength now for Metro. Bears still with possession as it rattles in the near side. back low with it. Lost a handle, picked up by Metro. Sent up and not out. Now they're out. Here comes Jensen. Fresh out of the penalty box. Stolen away. We're going to get an offside call here. And Tillinghast saying, hey, let's keep it rolling. 10:09 left to go in the third.
And for Cal on that power play, love the offensive zone time. Again, that passive box. The Golden Bears had everything they wanted around the perimeter. And I actually, Drew, I think it's too many men on the ice penalty against Cal.
Okay, so that would explain Tillinghast saying, hey, let's keep it rolling.
That's what they're over at the scorer's box now, and the penalty box door is open. Yeah, I think it was too many men, so Metro will get the power play. The linesmen themselves can't make that call, but they can indicate it to the referee.
Fourth power play of the evening here for Metro State. They're 1 for 3 so far. Number 1 unit out here for Brady Reynolds and his squad. Face off, won by Metro. Near side, TJ McLeod. Near circle to the slot. Cash with a shot. It comes out to the neutral zone. Here comes Tillinghast now.
This is gut check penalty killing time for Cal. You don't need to create anything offensively, but you need to buckle down in your own D zone and not give a chance like that up.
Cliff with the backhand just goes wide. Far corner. Picked up again. Cliff, Tillinghast, top of the point. Back to Cliff, far circle. Cliff shot gets blocked. Chased after, Cash with it. Cash, back to Cliff, Tillinghast, top point. Cliff, right circle. Tillinghast, one-timer. Shot goes off a body in front. Kept in, shot just goes wide. Jensen trying to get to it. It's picked up now by Cal. They'll send it up and all the way down here with a minute left to go on the power play for Metro State. Back the other way now.
Oh,
and
friendly fire there on the bench.
Deflection goes up and out of play. We'll get a whistle here. 57 seconds left on the power play for Metro State.
The Colorado Media School is an American private institution that instructs students in all areas of the broadcast media industry, a comprehensive hands-on program where students are trained by broadcast media professionals currently working in the field.
Face-off won by Metro, just under a minute. Good hit there along the boards there by Jason Lee. And that hit was put on Mason Labuglio. Back in behind the net. Metro State with it. Top of the point. Sends it in, far circle. Looking backdoor. Pass goes off a body, up and out of play here. We'll get another whistle with 8:40 left to go.
And we talk about Cal, the gut check on the penalty kill. Again, this is where Metro State, you've got a half minute to go on the power play. You'll send unit number 2 out here. And what you might want to look for is Matt Cliff, who's very active in front of the net, may try and keep rotating around the perimeter, find some more space between the circles, edge of the circle, and try and get that quick release shot off through traffic.
Number 1 unit back out. Cash, patient, far side. Cliff, looking, shot goes wide, picked up Jensen. In behind the net, left-handed shot. Looking over to Cash, back to Jensen, back to Cash. Cliff picks it up along the boards. Saucer pass to Tillinghast, tries to send it back. He'll rebound, pick it up. 10 seconds left to go on the power play here. That's probably going to do it. 8 minutes left to go in this one. Metro now 1 for 4 on the power play here so far in this one. Back up the other way. Here comes Tillinghast. Both teams at full strength. Tillinghast looking, sharp angle shot, save, and caught there by Como. And we'll get a miss whistle right at the 8-minute mark.
And again, if you're Cal, this is, obviously you'd love a goal or 2, right? But the first 12 minutes, you haven't made your situation any worse on the offensive side. You're still trailing by 2. And Collins has had a couple of really good opportunities on some turnovers. And I think, again, you're starting to hit the portion of the program where Cal may have to take more chances either on the forecheck on zone entry, or when they make it into the offensive zone, they may have to have their blue liners pinch a little more, which can be dangerous with the speed that Metro has.
Absolutely. And if you're Cal here, you don't need 2 back-to-back, but you need at least 1 to feel comfortable pulling your goaltender. Although it would not surprise me if they did regardless. Speaking of which, shot, and it goes off the crossbar. Good backhand. Bears still with it. Shot went low and wide. Chased after is Peterson. Peterson leaves it 3-on-2 the other way now. Metro with it. In over the blue line. Chase after Brandhorst, backdoor attempt, and a sliding save there by Como. Up to the point, off the body, Peterson gets to it, now back the other way, here come the Bears. Good defensive stick there for Metro State as Brandhorst. And Brandhorst is gassed, he's gonna send it low, go off for a change here. Chased after by Ethan Rose, he's tied up along the far boards. 7 minutes left to go here in this one. 4-2 in favor of Metro State. Shots are 40-38. The Bears, good hit there by Piper. The Bears have really put on a lot of pressure here in the last half of this one, getting their shot total up as well.
And you're starting to see more offensive zone aggression from Cal. Even on that attempt there, they had 4 guys in the offensive zone, just the 1 back. And again, throughout the night tonight, they've been relatively conservative in that regard. And there's Margolis, almost drew the tripping penalty. Again, he has been all over the place tonight for the Roadrunners. I think this is one of the best games I've seen him have.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think it's a bold prediction. He's going to carry that over the rest of the weekend. You know, as a player, you have one good game, Brendan. It really just adds up. As the Bears an opportunity, shot goes low and wide, right through the 5-hole, wide open net there.
I'm really not sure how that went through Loeffler at that angle and didn't go in the net, quite frankly.
No idea. Now back the other way. Here comes Margolis. Right circle. Shot and a save there by Como. We'll get a whistle. But, Brandon, as I was saying, you have one really good game. You start to build your confidence a little bit. Margolis has had one of those games. Yeah, he's not on the score sheet yet, but he's been everywhere, laying the body, getting good shots, forecheck, back check, you name it. Bryce has been around.
Yeah, and that's, you know, those are, especially when you're playing, we talk so much about the quality of the Classic and the games and the this and the that. This is 4 games in 4 days, and the turnaround from game to game, day to day, only gets tighter from here on out. And so having guys like Margolis that can have, you look at Waldorf tonight in his 4th career game, having those 3rd, 4th line depth guys come up and have big games, especially early, is definitely the boost of energy that your lineup may need come Sunday and Monday.
Absolutely. Coming back the other way, now there's Lee. Top of the point here for Cal. Nearing the 5-minute mark here. Curious to see if head coach Devin Cox pulls the goalie. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Well, the other challenge that can come into play there is you have to think about goal difference. That factors in to your ranking and your metrics. And so you don't want to empty the net too early because it increases the likelihood potentially that a team scores an empty net goal.
Stolen away. McLeod. Shot goes wide. He was looking for his hat trick.
to that end, I mean, even a giveaway like that, you cannot let off the gas pedal down the stretch.
No.
Goal difference matters. That's one of the things we saw last night. TU was up 4-1 in the third period. They really effectively had the game in hand, but boy, they kept pushing the pedal to the metal because at 10th in the region, they needed the goal difference, right?
Yes.
You max out at 7. So I wonder if that will come into play even down the stretch. I don't anticipate Cal pulling Como unless they get within a goal.
Yeah, I agree with that here. And especially, like you said, it's day 2 of the tournament. I think it's day 1 for both these teams.
Yeah, day 2 of the tournament since we got underway late last night down at Joy Burns. Denver was the standalone game last night against Botno.
Back the other way, here comes Jensen. Jensen to Clift. Clift hits the brakes. Back door. Shot. Score! There you go, Matt Clift doing what he does best. Dishing the puck out here. And we have a 5-2 hockey game heading off the ice. First in line. That looks like it's number 10, Preston Tafoya, the 6-foot junior from Pueblo. It's 5-2.
Patience personified from Matt Cliff. He could have taken that first shot, decided, nope, I'm going to pull it back. I'm going to wait. I'm going to let that drive to the net from Tafoya come to be. And then Tafoya made no mistake, pumped it over the glove of Como. And just like that, you talk about goal difference, Metro now up 5-2, and they can relax maybe a smidge.
Little bit. It's a 5-2 hockey game, and I want to say that Zach Jensen might have gotten the secondary assist. We'll have to find out. But
we'll learn right alongside you folks at home.
What a goal. And we talked again a lot about Matt Cliff here tonight as we're getting the goal call here.
Yeah,
Jensen. So Jensen, who's also had a heck of a game here tonight. Now, to your point, Brendan, 5-2 hockey game. I do not see them pulling the goalie here.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely
that became far less likely. And now I think here again, 4 games in 4 days, I think for the Roadrunners, what you want to do, play conservative, dump the puck in, let the clock do the work. Don't make this any harder on yourselves than it already might be.
The last thing you need right now is, God forbid, an injury.
Yeah, you don't need injuries, you don't need penalties, and the fatigue factor. You don't need to tire yourself out. If you've got, relatively speaking, right, if you can kind of keep this in hand, keep it right there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what a game here.
I'm telling you, Patrick Loeffler is single-handedly going to bring the poke check back into style.
I love watching him play. I love his style in between the pipes. And, counter to Dylan Romano, who was your all-star last year. Margolis with the slap shot high and wide. Look into the sky after that one. Dylan Romano, your all-star goaltender from last year. He's who graduated, who you lost. You got to imagine that Patrick Loeffler feels that way. He doesn't need to. He stepped in and made the net his own this year. And again, his record doesn't show it. The Metro State's record this entire season doesn't show their success, but he's played very well all year, as is this entire team.
And Cal down by 3. They're going to take their timeout here with 2:10 left in the third period, and gives us an opportunity to thank Play It Again Sports in Lakewood. Sell, buy, trade, and win. You may never outgrow your favorite sports, but you may outgrow your equipment. Your locally owned Play It Again Sports provides an easy way to sell your quality, use sports and fitness gear, and get paid on the spot or trade for what you need now. 1375 West Alameda Parkway in Lakewood.
Play It Again Sports is very underrated. What a great place.
It's funny you should mention that, because I was in Play It Again Sports before the holiday season, shopping for my grandkids and my niece and nephew, and was going through. They had a little hockey jersey section, and I don't know what the custom, it must have been some corporate jersey or whatever, Anaheim Ducks jersey from like 7 years ago.
Ooh.
And I thought about it. I thought about it for a hot second, Drew Galliard. And so I'm going to have to make sure that I just, pop down, check it out every now and again. And we talk about what Play It Again Sports can do from an old equipment perspective, thread to needle, From mini-mite to college, Thread to Needle designs and manufactures custom hockey jerseys with pro-level quality, fast turnaround, and details that matter. Get your jerseys dialed in at www.threaddoneedle.com.
2:10 left to go here in this one. 5-2 in favor of the home team, the Road Runners. Over the Cal Golden Bears, 51-30 shots on goal in favor of Metro State.
I tell you, this Roadrunner offense is catching fire at the right time. They dropped an 8-ball on Colorado State last weekend. 5 here tonight on over 50 shots. I mean, it's not necessarily about how you start, Drew. It's about how you finish. And if you can keep things going the way they are right now, down the second half of the year, this is going to be a sneaky, dangerous team in the regional field.
Well, and once again, you get to the playoffs, anything can happen.
Yep.
And your regular season, stats, yeah, you obviously want to have a winning record and do really well. But this team has never given up. And the record does not reflect the good hockey that they have played.
Oh, Cuomo thought about going. He lurched his way out of the net. Now McLeod, goodbye.
For the hat trick, McLeod shot! Went 5-hole and kicked away.
Might have been tipped from behind as well. That was good back checking from the Cal assistant captain.
Boy, that was, I think, the third or fourth breakaway McLeod has had here tonight. Scored on 2 of them. What a night for the captain. Fans, want to remind you as well to stick around here for the postgame show. We will give you all the highlights from this one, preview upcoming games here for Metro State, and get you all set for the rest of the BMHC Classic. Tillinghast, right circle, tipped in front, comes out, McLeod. No surprise he's out there here, less than a minute to go, and actually he's headed back to the bench to get a breather. Less than a minute to go in the period. Here comes Cal. Then deep, Loeffler turning around. Braden Piper off the boards behind the net. Picked up Hall. Hall up to Cash. Cash far side to Clift. Clift over the blue line, right circle. Clift looks a shot. Little backhanded pass. Hank Cash, 30 seconds to go. Cash leaves it. Jensen near corner. Picked up again, Cale Hall. He's just going to tie it up. It's going to flutter all the way down. Icing's waved off. Kind of figured that coming with 20 seconds left to go in this one.
Yeah, that was the let's salt the rest of this one away.
Let's wrap it up, boys. 10 seconds left to go here in this one. And what a game by the Metro State Roadrunners. And yeah, both teams just saying let's run her out and get out of this. Tonight's final score, 5-2. In favor of the Metro State Roadrunners. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll bring you that post-game show right here on Price Productions. Welcome back in, everybody, to the Ice Center at the Promenade here in Westminster, Colorado. I'm Drew Galliard. Alongside me here on the mic, Brendan Price. On camera, Claire Kostelnick, as we had a good performance by the Metro State Roadrunners here tonight by a final score of 5-2. And I got to tell you, Brendan, game number 1 for the Roadrunners here in this BMHC Classic. Can't ask for a better ending, or start, middle, or ending to this matchup.
Look, I'll tell you this. I was talking with head coach Brady Reynolds before the game and went in there, saw the scouting report on the board, and I looked at Brady and I said, Brady, this is going to be a good game today. And he looked right at me and he said, I think if we come out strong, we can truck this team.
Absolutely.
And 52 shots, 5 goals later, I mean, this is the kind of statement win you had to have here in the second half of the year.
Absolutely.
You got a nice 8-1 win on the road at Colorado State, some conference cooking, but this is the measuring stick, high-quality competition that you're going to see
Absolutely.
in Utah at regionals.
Yes.
And really, apart from turnovers, Metro State was the better team wire to wire tonight.
Absolutely. And, the start of the game, Cal came out hot.
Yep.
They came out really, really hot, put up 4 straight shots on goal. Then Metro started figuring it out a little bit. They started going through it. They scored their first goal on their 5th shot of the night. I got to tell you, man, it was a lot of fun to watch this game here tonight, especially through the adversity, through what this team has been through. It's wonderful. And they played a fantastic game here tonight. Everybody did from top to bottom. And let's go ahead and go through the goals here now. Back in the first period of play, Hank Cash starts things off on the power play from Jackson Tillinghast and Matt Clift, making it 1-0. Following that up by a steal and a breakaway goal for the captain, TJ McLeod, to make it 2-0 before Cal was able to get on the board. Trent Teruya made it 2-1 after 1 period of play. But that's the way you mentioned as we came back from the first period break. That's the kind of first period that you want to see out of both teams, but quite frankly, especially Metro State.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about it throughout the telecast tonight that really where Cal excelled was taking advantage of turnovers. And in that third period, there weren't any there was one opportunity that Metro State gave up. Collins had the opportunity. Loeffler made the first save. They denied the rebound. And I think apart from the turnovers, which law of averages, right, that will happen, I don't know that the Roadrunners have played a more complete 60 minutes this year. Even a weekend ago in Colorado State, they played well, they scored 8, but there were times where you could definitely see this team step off the gas pedal at times.
Absolutely.
And it felt like tonight it was from start to finish, I think really the best 60-minute effort they've had since the opening weekend when they played CSU D1 and lost by a goal.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on into the second period, again, the captain, TJ McLeod, this time for Mason LaBuglio, and Henry Waldorf getting his first point as a Roadrunner, making it 3-1. Following that up, Matt Clift, again from Waldorf, and number 9, Cooper Peterson, off the pinball shot, off the crossbar, off a body, onto Matt Clift's stick, found the back of the net to make it 4-1. But then again, another turnover, stolen and taken away there by Liam Collins, found the back of the net. All of a sudden, it's a 4-2 hockey game after 2.
Yep. And we talked about that. It was what was going to happen in the third period, who was going to buckle down, who was going to get the job done. And, you got the goal from Tafoya finishing off the 2-on-1 with 3:56 left in the third period, and that was the one that really put it on ice and got Metro back in the win column.
Moving on into the third, it was a very entertaining and fun game to watch, especially in that third period of play. Only one goal in that one, Preston Tafoya from Matt Clift, and Zach Jensen iced things late in that third period to make the final score 5-2.
Yeah, you talk about all the icing and all the goals. Drew, I can see the scribbles to my left. You've got our 3 stars of the game.
Absolutely. I should have asked you. I did.
No,
I just went off of me.
I'm just the comedic relief up here.
I'm giving the number 3 star to Henry Waldorf. Your third game with this club, you get 2 assists, 2 beautiful assists at that, inches away from getting your first goal. He's my number 3 star. Number 2, assistant captain Matt Clift. 3 apples on the night. 3 apples
and a goal.
I should have written that down. Excellent performance. Could have been the number 1 star. Got to give it to TJ McLeod here. 2 goals on the night. Opportunity to get 2 or 3 more. He's your captain. He's your number 1 star.
Yeah, I mean, TJ, he is the straw that stirs the drink on that number 1 line. It's all about his 200-foot effort. And tonight, he was rewarded on the offensive side of the puck with a pair of goals. To your point, could have had 1 or 2 more. And when the dust settles, Metro's in an outstanding position. They've already got 1 win in the bank. And now they're going to have to face the northeastern side. It's in the top 15 in the Northeast region tomorrow before they gear up for Grand Canyon on Sunday. That's really the game, along with this Cal contest that if you're Metro State, you've circled on the calendars.
Absolutely, and GCU is a fun team to watch
Yep.
play. And they always come in. You don't think GCU being a huge hockey school. They are. They're a fantastic squad. But then I'm also looking at that Monday matinee against number 4 UMass Amherst. That's also going to be a fun game to play.
Yeah, the Minutemen held their own, a 1-goal loss to Weber State 3-2 here at the Promenade a little bit earlier this afternoon. And, for Metro State, 2 points in the bank, 6 more up for grabs, and we'll get right back here tomorrow afternoon on the Green Rink.
And one more thing I want to point out before we left. We mentioned it early in the broadcast. Cal was the only team to go to Weber State and beat Weber State.
Yep.
And they came to this building and they lost Metro State here tonight. Think about the confidence that you're getting from, if you're in the mindset of a Roadrunner and you just beat the team that beat the best team in the conference. Boy, that's got to be a confidence.
The transitive property says good things for the Roadrunners the rest of the weekend.
Absolutely. Really quick, we're going to get you updated on the Avs game. Unless you don't want to, 5-3 right now in the third period. Predators up on the Avs. Ryan O'Reilly with a natural hat trick. Philippe Forsberg and Bunting each with goals. Brock Nelson with 2. Nietzsche's with 1. And the Avs looking like they might drop their 5th game in regulation this season. I don't feel bad for them. They're still having a great season.
Not at all.
All right, well, I think that's going to do it for us up here in the booth. And once again, the Roadrunners come out, win Game 1 here of the BMHC Classic. I want to give some quick shout-outs and thank yous as well to the crew. I want to give a big thank you to Brendan Price hopping on, producing for me tonight, as well as doing color commentator Claire Kostelnick on camera and social media. I want to give a big shout-out to them, and as well the digital media team for the Metro State Roadrunners, Brandy Rose, Lexi Burns, Jaylee Kennedy, and Jake Kendall Perry. Thank you guys for all of your hard work. We're going to see you all back here tomorrow. Puck drop is going to be 5 p.m. Mountain Time against number 13 Northeastern right here at Metro State's home rink, the Ice Center at the Promenade. Once again, your final score here from Westminster, Metro State 5, Cal 2. That's going to do it for us here in Price Production. Once again, I'm Drew Galliard. Have a great night, everybody.